Beardos, weirdos, boils and gold. Something different for you today. Something uplifting. A little bit of promotion for some folk that deserve it. Whilst we are constantly accused of toxicity and negativity and all that jazz, most of it is just trolls, and the debunking community get the blame for it. Like, the debunking community sent all these naysayers over. No, we didn't. Some of them just don't believe your cack. Stop blaming us. And obviously, recently I've shown a debunker, or somebody that is kind of like claiming to be a debunker that just trash talks people. But I want to get away from all that for a little tiny whiny bit. There's a channel I want to draw your attention to. Now, this guy has his own channel, and he works for the Centre of Inquiry. Now, the channel is Kenny Biddle. For some bizarre reason, this guy only has 2k subscribers. Now, Kenny Biddle, for any of you that have ever watched a lot of us debunk the SLS footage, especially from Really Haunted, we all know that we all have shouted out Kenny Biddle as the guy that went deep into the SLS and why it's fake, why it can't work the way these paranormal channels are claiming. And it is a fantastic video. And if you like your debunking with just a pure scientific, logical approach without the smack talking and the shit talking, then Kenny's your guy. And he is really, really good at what he does. Now, on this channel, Kenny Biddle, he's done energy ball window reflection, full spectrum cameras, the flashlight trick, the Kinect does not detect ghosts, bugs on lenses, etc., Kinect flaws. He does some really good work. Kenny Biddle does some really good work, and I see his debunks pop up into other channels, and he's never credited where he should be credited. And that's a bit of an annoyance of mine, is people don't shout out the guys that have done a deep dive. Now, I believe Mr. Grey has shouted out Kenny Biddle. I've previously shouted out Kenny Biddle. I think the Sheep has too. Purple has. Kenny Biddle is a fantastic scientific debunker. As well as that, a lot of people send Kenny Biddle haunted artifacts and items. And he now has his own little haunted artifact museum in the basement of his house. And it's full of things people have sent him saying this thing is haunted. And he leaves a camera running 24/7 down there. And nothing has ever moved. Nothing strange has ever happened. So he's a complete skeptic. He was a paranormal investigator. He still does the odd investigation, but he's very skeptical, scientific, and great critical thinking. And I think he deserves a lot more from YouTube than what he's getting. So pretty please, I will link his channel in the description down below. Go and check out Kenny Biddle and learn some things, and check him out on Centre for Inquiry, I believe it's called, because he does some deep dives on there. He does a Amateurville episode that I've recently watched, and it's fantastic. And some of the things that were shown up by Ed and Lorraine Warren, he debunks far better than I did when I did my Ed and Lorraine Warren video. So yeah, go check out Kenny Biddle. So this isn't me shouting out huge channels, just some smaller channels that need a little bit of love, you know. So we'll do a couple of channels that I enjoy that have got small subscriber counts, but they've got content that I enjoy, and these guys investigate in a way that I enjoy. And the first one is 3 Spires Paranormal. They got 74 videos, 2.92k subscribers. I enjoy these guys, and they don't just do investigations. They did the Scarefest attraction. They got a press pass and and they recorded their experiences around there prior to it opening fully. And it was a great video. I have never ever seen anything staged or fake from these guys. I have seen them debunk a lot of their own footage. I mean, look here, we debunk ourselves, and maybe a few others. Well worth a watch. And they have a new member joining them, and it's a friend of mine, and I think they've announced it on their channel and his channel. Purple is going to be joining 3 Spires as a full-time investigator with them. So they're taking, a debunking skeptic out with them. So that's really good. Next channel, I have shouted these guys out before. They've got a massive subscriber count, but it's not a reflection of the channel, unfortunately, because they were a very different channel. They did vaping products and how to make your own vape juice, etc. they're two of the nicest guys I've met recently. I speak to these guys quite often. They've even gone into places that I've had experiences at and not got a sausage, and then they go back and they were lucky enough to get some weird experiences. Again, these guys debunk as they go. They are slotting in quite nicely with this sort of offshoot of the paranormal on YouTube, what I call the Real Paranormal. And these guys are going to the usual haunts where people are getting crazy things happen, and they're not getting a stitch, maybe the odd knock. And they've learned from channels like the Ouija Brothers, and they've learned from myself where they've ditched a lot of the equipment so they can learn to investigate with their own senses first and then introduce equipment. But they've been the cat balls. I mean, they went to the Sally teddy bear house. They had no idea. This video was originally called the Teddy Bear House. They had no idea what building they were in, and didn't mention the Sally house, which is in a Welsh town, sort of mid to North Wales. And the entire history of this thing has been shown as fake. And guess what happened when Real Evidence went there? Not a stitch, not a sniff, not a creak, not a groan, nothing. Nothing at all. So go check out Real Evidence. I really do enjoy their content. They also find a lot of these abandoned properties, and they share pins with a select few, which is really cool of them. Okay, a channel that I have worked with very recently, they took me to that haunted farmhouse that we all had great experiences in. Now we can no longer access it. The homeowners have reached out to us all, asked us not to go back. They respect what we were trying to do there. But now the home is a building site and it will be lived in soon. My hope is that the homeowners reach back out to the channels that have been there and be like, there's something weird going on. Do you guys want to come and investigate? That would be ideal. Or even if they reach out to say, yeah, there's some weird shit going on in this house, but you're not coming back. Or even, you guys are nuts. Nothing ever happened to you. Yeah, exploring the entity. Me and Carl have known each other for about a year. I went out with him and Steve one night. We couldn't get in anywhere because we don't break into places. You can't just walk in or climb in. Legally, we walk away. We went to 2 locations, couldn't get in. We've been to that farmhouse and, yeah, had a fantastic night. Carl, again, he debunks as he goes. He's quite logical with his approach to it all. And he's a nice guy. And I'm going to be working with Carl again soon in the future. It's quite a big project coming up with me, him, and another Real Paranormal channel that you guys are going to love. Okay, and another debunking / comedy channel. This guy, I get voice notes off him all the time. He's an incredible musician, an incredible friend of mine. We've had conversations where I've stayed up till 1 a.m. in the morning talking to him, and not always about the paranormal. Sometimes we just chat shit about movies because we have a very similar taste in movies and music, and we get on really well. This guy is hilarious, absolutely hilarious, and he's got a massive heart to go with it. And he's been around for a while, doesn't get the recognition he deserves. And it is, of course, Crow of Judas. I mean, the guy is hilarious. His live streams are very welcoming. He has multiple guests on. But if you like hot dogs, don't watch him because you'll never put a hot dog in your mouth again. Ugh. He does debunk-ins and he does comedies and voiceovers and things like that. He's had a lot of crap thrown at him quite recently, and it was undeserved crap. So yeah, go and check out Crow of Judas. Just a little quick fire here. Other channels for you guys to check out. Connecting to Afterlife, you would have seen me at 30 East Drive with them. They've slowed up on the footage because of work commitments and the like, but genuinely just lovely people that investigate with them. They got a fair bit of equipment. They've got a passion for it and a love for it. And I loved working with these guys, so go and check them out. Adelaide, Haunted Horizons. The Crazy Aunties from Oz. I love these pair. I did a video on them a while ago involving 30 East Drive and a doll falling. They never claimed it to be paranormal, but people were saying it was fake, and in my opinion, it wasn't fake. Could it have just been gravity? Possibly. Could it actually have been poltergeist activity at 30 East Drive? I mean, look at the history of the place. It's potentially there. They didn't stage a goddamn thing. I mean, it was one of these lovely crazy ladies on their own. 30 East Drive. It was a live stream. I've watched the entire live stream. There's no wires. There's no pulley system. Nothing. There's no cuts if you watch the entire thing beginning to end on Facebook. Really, really funny people. I just wish they'd stop falling over because, you know, they're going to throw it at a hip or something. I've had quite a few conversations with both of these fantastic, funny, lovely ladies in emails. And I'm going to be working with these guys next summer when they come to the UK. And rumour has it, there may be some people joining them that I'll be working with. I'm quite excited. And one last channel I'm going to shout out, and it's not a paranormal channel. If I haven't shouted your channel out and you're waiting for it, hang fire. I gotta be careful before I shout people out, for one. For two, I don't want to overload people. But check out this channel. Channel 13 Horror. 17.6k subscribers. Yes, they're a bigger channel, but they took a bit of a break because YouTube refused to monetize them. So what the Channel 13 community did was we all came together, we all recorded a video of us all saying, you know, we support Channel 13, please monetize them, because they don't just rip clips from Twitch and YouTube. We work with these guys. They ask us, do we have any clips that we're happy for them to use? Some people record actual streams for these guys. They ask, can they scrub through your streams? And it's a good wholesome community of people that I'm happy to interact with. These are all guys, a lot of these guys are over on Twitch, and I used to game with some of these guys, and I've made friends with a lot of these guys, like Carlton the White, who did my Stranger Things inspired Beardo t-shirt. Breakfast at Noon is over there, and they featured me quite a few times. I mean, I'm in a thumbnail there. So go check them out. They've just been monetized finally after the community stepped in to try and help these guys out. But because they took such a huge break from it all, it's negatively impacted their views. So there you go. I just wanted to do something a bit nice, you know, give some support to some of the smaller channels or channels that have had to unfortunately take a break and don't get the love that they need. So check out all of those channels, and if you enjoy the content, subscribe to them, interact with them, leave comments for them, because YouTube ain't easy, you know, and sometimes you just need a helping hand to get you over those initial first steps. And I've had those helping hands. I've had other debunking channels shout me out. I have worked with paranormal investigation teams to help me out. I just want to give something back to the community as in new content to view, and to do something that people have done for me in the past to help me on my way. And, you know, we've passed 17,000 subscribers and 2 million views, which is mind-blowing. I'm just some tubby guy that can't be asked to shave shouting at people on the internet. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As I said, if I have not shouted out your channel yet, fear not, it could be shouted out soon. I got a lot of footage to look through, a lot of channels to check out. And if you're a fake channel and I haven't got around to you yet, you're not safe either. Much love to you all. Beardo, out.